Star Citizen's most recent free fly event is just about over, and if you haven't picked up a game package yet, then you're probably thinking one of two things. Either, wow, that was pretty cool, I get what this ludicrous space game is trying to achieve, but I'm not sure if I should pledge and get involved in this game because the average lifespan of a human is only 72.6 years. Or, man, what the f just happened? I've never crashed and or died for no reason at all and or got stuck in so many elevators in a game before, ever. My 72.6 years are better spent doing other things. F this shit, I'm out. Welcome, I'm Voidude, and I'm here to tell you that you're not necessarily wrong for potentially f***ing this shit and bailing. The game certainly has its issues, but if you're the type of person with a bit of patience and time to invest into communicating with this incredible community and figuring out a workaround every time you fall through a planet or get stuck in an infinite loading screen, once you find your feet in this ludicrous space game, you're in for one hell of a ride that nothing else can quite compare to. While I, or anyone except maybe big boy Chris Roberts himself, cannot confirm nor deny when we will get a 100% bug-free, playable without issue version of the game, what I can tell you is that time spent in Star Citizen over the last few years, especially during 2022, has the potential to offer some of the best gaming experiences anything this barren, innovation, bankrupt landscape we call the gaming industry has to offer. This video is going to serve as both a guide as well as a thinly veiled attempt to capitalize on the recent free fly for views and maybe score some Star Citizen referrals on the way. Hey, my viewers can say what they want about me, but at least I'm honest, and little Voidy Jr. needs to eat after all. Let's begin! We awaken an easy hab in the starting city of your choice. I always recommend Lawville because the immersion of walking around this dystopian city filled with an overworked, underpaid and depressed populace makes me feel like I'm not even playing a video game and actually just went outside. It's also the most central location in the Stanton system to set as a home base, reducing your travel time if you decide to move or operate from another planetary system going forward. If you decided to set another planet as your home location and are still trying to figure out how to leave the labyrinthian starting city and get into space to actually start doing stuff, then check out my quick how to leave videos for each planet, links in the description, which will help you get from your spawn to the hangar. If the free fly is still active, you should have already visited the RSI site, found the free fly event page and submitted the code to access a variety of pre-decided ships to test out for free, you cheap. They range from small, dedicated fighters and workhorses to medium-sized vessels that can fill multiple different roles that will one day take a team of players to crew effectively and embark on epic space adventures, all the way to the luxury super space yacht Origin 890 Jump for the discerning player who suffers from crippling real-life insecurities. It doesn't matter what ship you have, as long as you give it a name. Because this one is yours. Unless you haven't pledged yet, you cheap. I'm in an RSI Aurora now, and her name is, damn, that video editing was pretty dope. Good on you, Voidude. I'm going to check out the rest of your content after this video, and I won't forget to like and subscribe. Once seated in your amazing spaceship, you can hit R, which is the hotkey to essentially flight ready your ship by turning on the power, engines, shields, and weapons. You can control each of these things individually with U for ship power, I for engines, O for shields, and P for weapons. Now you're ready to fly, so hit spacebar to strafe up. Only kidding, this game is very realistic and doesn't respect your time, so before we take off, we need to request permission to depart from air traffic control. There are 3 ways to do this. If you are a hyper-efficient human, I suggest you check out the keybinds under Advanced Controls Customization and set the shortcut under Flight Movement aptly named Request Landing to whatever you like. I use Control N. If you're an immersion seeker, simply hold F and look at one of your MFDs. MFD stands for Malfunctioning or Multifunction Display, I'm not sure. Hit your middle mouse button while holding F and browse to the comms menu and press the Wi-Fi icon to request permission to leave. And lastly, you can request permission to depart by hitting F11, then click the Friends tab and hit the arrow icon next to the name of the spaceport you're at. Now hold spacebar to strafe up. This guide is aimed for newer players, and so we're going to assume you are using the renowned HOCAM setup. That stands for hands-on keyboard and mouse, otherwise known as a standard setup for normal people who don't want to sell their car for some kind of flight stick just yet. To exit the planet's atmosphere, use your mouse to pitch up about 90 degrees. If you're numb like me and cannot feel when you're at about 90 degrees, check your pitch ladder to confirm your angle relative to the horizon. Now scroll your mouse wheel forward to increase maximum speed while holding W to accelerate forward. Hold Shift to enable boost, making this process faster. For a more detailed explanation on ship movement, check out my Star Citizen New Player Quick Guide, link in the description, or if you're just trying to find ways to make your life easier throughout the game, check out my handy tips and tricks video, also linked in the description. Wow, promoting my old videos is such a big brain entrepreneurial ambitious value added play. To confirm we've left the atmosphere, we can check our altitude, and if it's close to 9,000 kilometers, hit B to begin spooling your quantum drive. Now look around for a standout square nav marker. This is the station in orbit around the planet you are on. Every starting planet in Star Citizen has a space station above their city's landing zone. If you cannot find the square nav marker, hit F2 to open the dreaded star map. Look for the upside down triangular symbol. This is you. Keep your mouse cursor steady over your position and slowly zoom in or double click the planet you are around. Find the station by zooming, rotating, and panning your view. For a more detailed explanation on using the star map and how to work around its intricacies, check out my guide to the star map, link in the description, before you actually die of an aneurysm. Once you've managed to point your ship directly at the station, after hitting B, let your quantum drive align and complete spooling. Then hold B to quantum travel. Fly at max speed towards the station and take note when a message pops up to contact ATC to land. Accomplish this by the same methods we used to request permission to depart from the surface spaceport behind us. You'll get a new marker on your heads-up display that looks like a chevron in a circle. Fly to this marker and land in your hangar. I realize this is easier said than done, especially for first timers, so orient yourself correctly using Q and R to roll your vessel. Bring your maximum speed down with your mouse wheel and use Control and space to strafe up and down, and A and D to strafe left and right. Another super handy tip here is to create a keybind for relative mouse mode. I make mine Control plus mouse button 4. This will make it so that your mouse movements do not continually pitch or yaw your ship as you aim, and allows for finer movements in various situations, especially if you use F4 to utilize the third-person camera. Damn, this channel provides such good value. While in third-person mode, hold Z to orbit your camera for better angles. Hit N to deploy your landing gear and gingerly land your ship. Hit F4 again or simply press F to return to first-person mode. Alternatively, when close enough to the landing pad, you can hold N to engage auto land. But this is for virgins, and mastering landing and takeoffs in Star Citizen is a gameplay staple for many future space adventures, so you'd be better off learning how to accomplish this manually. Hold Y to exit and make your way to the hangar elevators. Don't forget to adoringly look back at, damn, that video editing was pretty dope, good on you Void Dude. I'm going to check out the rest of your content after this video, and won't forget to like and subscribe, or whatever you called your ship to let her know that you love her. Make your way to the lobby and find the medical clinic, and then look for the sign that says something like Olympus Principal Health Insurance to set your regeneration point to this location. After you inevitably die, this is where the doctors in the Star Citizen universe will print clones of your body and download your consciousness for you to respawn, thanks to space magic, I mean thanks to the Ibrahim Sphere. Now, I don't know how many credits you may have started your space adventure with, but more credits is good credits, and it's time to embark on your first mission. It appears to be a trend among the community to recommend simple box delivery missions for players to find their footing in this ludicrous space game. I say that's the mentality of a weak-minded and inferior citizen who lacks true ambition, and since you're watching this channel, I must assume that you're an epic baller, so hit F1 and navigate to the contract manager and take a look at the available bounty missions. Select whatever looks good. It will probably be some kind of certification or VLRT, which stands for Very Lame Target. The mission should track by default, but you can check the Accepted tab to make double sure, or in case you accidentally happen to have a rubbish box delivery tracked instead because you listened to some other YouTube video that doesn't want its viewers to be alpha bounty hunting chads. Head back to your beautiful ship, take off, and once in space you will notice you have a marker to your NPC target's destination. NPC VLRTs are very easy to destroy, and the AI in Star Citizen requires lots of work, so even I should be able to handle this simple mission. quantum to your destination and head at maximum speed to your target. Man, I really hope whatever ship you're flying has guns. Maybe the vast majority of the community were correct when they suggested that newer players take on simple box delivery missions. Once in range, use your developing skill sets of strafing, speed control, and weapon usage to make short work of your bounty. Wow, I really underestimated the atmospheric flight model, and this Aurora is taking a pounding. This is a great way to get used to Star Citizen's game systems, as well as making some decent space bank, or at the least begin earning reputation with the Bounty Hunters Guild to get access to higher paying missions or even actual player targets. Speaking of bounties, you should check out my old in-depth bounty hunting guide video. It's aged pretty well. After a few more bounties, you should have some decent capital and could fly around the system and check out the various shops and equip yourself with weapons and armor, or take on a bunker mission in your space pajamas to score that stuff for free because credits are valuable and not to be wasted. You can find these under the Mercenary tab in your Mobiglass contract manager. Star Citizen has a decent amount of content these days to keep the average player fairly engaged, but if you are a more hardcore and dedicated epic gamer looking for bucket loads of content and a never-ending stream of exciting gameplay, you might find what the game offers as of patch 3.17.2 to be a bit lacking once you've explored all the various mission types. However, I firmly maintain that the events that Star Citizen enables every so often, such as Jumptown and Xenothreat, remain the best gameplay this ludicrous space game can offer. So if you're still on the fence about taking the plunge for a pledge, those events are probably the best time to do so. Speaking of taking the plunge for a pledge, before you do, you can use my referral code in the description below to gain an extra 5,000 UEC to your account. And if you do this before the end of the free fly, you will score yourself a free hover quad vehicle. Although, I recommend you make use of the referral code randomizer website so that one lucky citizen from within the community can benefit from your pledge instead of just one overly entitled content creator. A huge thank you to my channel's Patreons for their support. You are all amazing and have blown me away with your generosity. If you're interested in supporting the channel beyond liking and subscribing, take a look in the description. More videos will be coming very soon. Thank you so much for watching. See you around the verse. Cheers.